You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, LOOTdummies.com. Welcome to the third annual Halloween Spooktacular. ... in space. This is a special one-shot event hosted by the Loot Dummies. Now sit back, turn your lights down low, and prepare for a spooky event unlike no other. All right, well, I'm going to give us a little intro. Welcome to the Halloween Spooktacular 2024 ... in space. You have to include the ... I am your Spooktacular master, your SM.
No.
Okay, I'm your DM and host, Taylor, joined by my Loot Dummy companions, Seth and Sam. Say hello.
Was that your character in character? Hello?
That's the standard greeting at the Thry-Kreen.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll do my standard greeting. Well, there.
All right. So this Spooktacular is going to be unique. We are going to be in space. We're using the Spelljammer, kind of loosely using the Spelljammer module. This will be a homebrewed one-shot, and I told the guys that it would actually be a one-shot. I think we can play it all tonight. I'm going to release this probably in multiple parts, so I apologize, but thank you for joining us. Let's get started. Y'all ready?
Do it. I was born ready.
All right.
I mean, I wasn't born ready because I had to learn how to play D&D, and then I had to make my character. So there was a little bit of preamble to it. But
I should say, now. I think in years past we've done kind of a session 0, but I wanted to jump right in. So the guys have made their characters. They will be revealed here shortly. I'm going to give a little bit of a setup, and then we will jump right in.
Do it.
In the expansive darkness of space, we see a Spanish galleon-shaped spaceship, a clipper ship with tall fabric sails designed to catch energy from stars to sail through space. On board, we see a tough-looking group of pirates from all over the multiverse. A 7-foot-tall, oval-shaped chrome droid rolling on 2 tiny wheels rolls by our players. Its only noticeable feature is a black screen near where its face might be, swirling with tiny stars. We look over to a table and see a Neogi warrior, generally evil life forms, with spider bodies and heads like moray eels. At the helm of the ship, we see Captain Maldine, a burly human with 2 robotic legs made from smooth metal. He wears a pair of denim cutoff shorts, a white tank top, and a black pirate hat. His torso and face are made from human skin, but his skull appears to be made from smooth metal as well. He's speaking to a creature standing next to him, a 4-foot diameter ball of plasma with ever-changing amoeba-like appendages which function as its hand and feet. Inside this ball of plasma is suspended a tiny frog. Maldine speaks to the frog. Good idea, Flibby. We'll let the new recruits handle the next job. Prove themselves. We're on the main deck of the Lost Sparrow, a ship commissioned by the Intergalactic Junker Co., a salvage company spread across the multiverse. Maldine looks at his 2 newest recruits he picked up in a bar on planet after his last job. Remind me your names again, boys. Seth, why don't you go ahead and describe your character for us and give us his name?
Character is a 6-foot 6-inch tall, 275-pound, dark burnt orange and forest green colored Thry-Kreen. But as you look at him, you notice the colors and his nervousness from being introduced to the caption. His colors seem to be kind of changing, and parts of himself even blend into the same colors that are behind him on the ship. He is 19 years old, very old for a Thri-kreen, and he is carrying an assortment of instruments, but his main thing is a horn on his hip with a little tambourine in one of his secondary arms, while also holding a shield in one of his secondary arms. He carries a quarterstaff in his primary right hand. He's wearing barely cloth armor, and he's essentially a bard by all appearance.
So he's got 4 arms and he's got instruments in 2 of them, and then a staff and a shield in the other 2.
Yeah,
That's
and he's got a
awesome.
giant scar across his exoskeleton, across his throat, and across his chest.
What were his instruments? Sorry.
His full assortment of instruments are
Oh boy.
he carries oh my goodness. He carries, I don't even know how to pronounce half these words. Stand by. He carries a horn. He
That would seem
carries
enough.
he carries a
You
tauntaun,
did it perfect.
Nailed it for strike.
a horn, a tauntaun, a hand drum, and a zolkoon.
Ooh, I don't know what 2 of those are.
Weird shit. Yeah, I love it.
A Zolkoon. Oh my god,
Okay.
a Zolkoon's like a mini bagpipe.
And he's just constantly pulling these instruments off his back and into his little arms. He only ever uses his instruments with his little arms unless it's a string instrument, at which point he'll use one little arm and one big arm. But he's
beautiful.
quite often playing the tauntaun and the hand drum at the same time.
I love it.
Nice to meet you, boy. Tell me your name again.
Oh, they call me Thraskin the Chaste. Now keep in mind, as he speaks, Thraskin the Chaste only speaks Thri-kreen. That is his only language known. So he's not actually speaking with his mouth. His mandibles around his mouth are chittering and clacking and cricking and creaking. And while that is happening, he is telepathically conveying his exact thoughts into the captain's mind.
Ooh, that's fun.
Love it.
So when you said that, I just checked my languages. You made your character long after I did, and I picked Common and Thri-kreen.
Oh yeah!
So I actually can understand the Thri-kreen.
That's awesome. Fantastic. And so the guy standing next to the Thri-kreen hears him saying, "What the fuck have I done? Now I'm on this ship. Whose blood am I gonna spill? Who wants to make love?"
So the little guy next to him that looks like a mix between like a pug and an anglerfish with these bulbous orange eyes and a floppy gill fin like ear where his pug ears would be, a real smushed up nose and a fin coming off the back of his head. He's got his tongue hanging out, just staring up at this Thri-kreen. This guy's only like 2.5 feet tall. He's staring up at this Thri-kreen. He's decked out in a full like space suit with like little patches and gizmos and doodads all over it, Gribblies if you watch North of the Border, and he's got like a little backpack on and like crazy boots and stuff. And as he's looking up at this guy, he's like, well, Scorblorb sure likes this guy. I tell you what, you may not be as good of a pirate as Scorblorb, but I got a feeling you're gonna hang out just fine. You got the pirate spirit, that's for sure. He says all that in common, so I'm not sure if Thraskin the Chase can understand. You said he doesn't understand common, but can he understand it telepathically?
Yeah, a contacted creature doesn't need to share a language with you to understand your thoughts, but it must be able to understand at least one language.
Okay.
So I can also understand your languages.
Okay. So he says that in common. The captain can hear him. He says, "Well, Captain, where are we going? Who are we killing?"
Right when you say that, you hear a staticky crackle come over a speaker system.
outbound transmission for ship number LS-463, Lost Sparrow. New job near your current location. Search and recovery of assets. 5,000 credits offered. Level 1 threat estimated. Please verbally confirm your acceptance.
And you hear Captain Maldine. He kind of puts his hand up when he hears the transmission. And he goes, "We accept."
Confirmed. Location has been marked on your map. As a reminder, any assets you find are property of the Intergalactic Junker Co. IGAC is not responsible for any damages you incur. Transmission over.
Maldine walks over to a desk near the helm, looks at the map. Looks like it's at the edge of this sector, near the old mining husk planet. Not a lot of action out there. He looks over to this plasmoid containing this frog. Flibby speaks seemingly telepathically to Maldine only. Maldine turns to you two guys. "Well, looks like it's time to earn your place among the crew, boys." He punches a few buttons on the control panel, pulls a lever, and the ship jumps into warp drive.
Scorblorb hangs his head out the side and lets his tongue flop like there's wind.
Thraskin is constantly just chittering away in Thrycreen, thinking that nobody can understand him. He's going, warp drive, blood and love, warp drive, blood and love, blood and love.
Love, he's so creepy.
Every once in a while, Thraskin just kind of sticks all four of his arms straight out, T-pose style, away from his body, and then slowly palms upright, creaks his arms back in, and then goes back to what he's doing.
Oh my, he's short-circuiting. Oh man.
You wanted weird.
I
He's
love
a
it.
weirdo.
I absolutely love it.
I am in love. with
Both
the
of y'all are
weird.
great.
He's a weirdo.
You come out of warp drive and you see a small derelict space station with red blinking lights. You do see some shark-like creatures swimming through space as you get near. They've got one large orange eye on the center of their face, and a few of them are picking at the outside of the station trying to get in. "Void scavvers must be drawn to the distress signals. Don't worry about those. This is a two-man job. Level 1 threat means two-person job. You two want to join our crew? Complete this job and prove yourselves. You have 2 hours to get in and retrieve the assets." He hands you a small gem that projects a hologram with images of research equipment and a strange, inky black blob. "Get those items, get back here before we leave, with or without you." You two step off the ship and step onto a dock outside of an airlock door on this space station. I should describe it. It looks like it's maybe 2 or 3 stories tall. It's got some pieces that are kind of flaking off into space. It looks like it's been abandoned for a little while. Off in the distance, you can see this husk of an old planet that's been mined to absolutely Swiss cheese. There's not a lot of other stations around. It looks like this whole sector is kind of desolate.
Okay.
And you guys step out on this little dock, and I'll let you all take it from there.
Scoreboard is so excited. For the first time, his little 4-legged quadrupedal droid robot with this big, like, loose, toothy mouth that looks like it's made out of just 1,000 pieces of scrap kind of follows him off the ship, and he gives it a little pat on the top of the head. And for the first time, he speaks in Thrycreen, looking at Thraskin. He says, "Scorblor's been working on this guy for the last 20 parsecs. He's a great little toy, but he's got a few quirks." And as he taps him on the head, one of the eyes pops out, and he picks it up and pushes it back in.
Thraskin immediately just lowers his entire body down to eye level with Scorblorb because he just heard Thrycreen come out of this little blob face creature, and he lowers his body all the way down, and he gets all the way up to where his face antennae are tickling Scorblor's nose.
Scorblor's just like kind of standing there with this like deadpan look on his face. Little snot's just starting to slowly drip down, and he's not moving as he stares back into him with big eyes.
And then from that position, he snaps into some kind of bizarre backflip and starts playing all of his instruments.
Scoreboard
in
whips up
excitement.
2 little pistols and points them at him real quick. And then he's like, oh, yeah, oh, okay. I didn't know what we were going to do there.
Thraskin is just flailing about, playing an epic melody of the Thrycreen people that sounds like a cacophony of hell. Just bang, 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 bang.
Wada wada bing bang.
What about a bing bang?
Oh man, Scorboard's like, oh, this is gonna be great. Let's hope it's not actually a level 1 threat. That sounds boring as hell, right? Yeah, he says, let's go. And he starts walking down the airlock towards the entrance.
You do see off to your left one of these void scavers, these weird space sharks, kind of maybe starting to notice you guys as you approach this airlock door.
So, do we have...
Hey, shark.
Does this place have some gravity holding us down?
It does.
As Thraskin starts walking forward, telepathically, he says to Scorblord, he says, did you hear about the restaurant on that moon?
Scorblord tries to think back to him. He says, can you hear my thoughts? Just like thinking it in his head. He doesn't really say it out loud.
Great food, no atmosphere.
Scorblord slowly like twists his head and looks at him, and then his like toothy smile. He's got these tiny little shark teeth that rim the top and bottom of his mouth, and he smiles and he gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he just busts out laughing, just like
oh, your poor throat.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to talk tomorrow. Dedicated to Scorblord.
Thraskin goes, shall we lovingly kill the shark monster?
Now there'll be a lot more fun stuff in here. And Scorblord finds a little touchpad. Boop, 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 boop.
As you manipulate the touchpad, this airlock door slides open. As you walk in, you see a somewhat lit hallway. You do see red blinking emergency lights. And up near the next door, about 15 feet in front of you, out from this little office to your right, shuffles this tiny little droid. And he says,
God, he's got a little light.
Welcome to Research Vessel 3376, known as the Mindful Miner. Access is not granted. Evacuation protocols have been activated. Evacuation protocols have been activated.
and right as he says that, a small spark from the wall behind him hits the droid.
Activate, access granted.
He rolls over to a panel near the door, inserts his finger-like appendage, and opens the interior airlock, revealing the inside of the space station.
Okay. As Scorblord walks by him, can I do just a really quick check on him to see if I notice anything that could be repaired on him? Like any obvious damage?
Yeah, you can give me like an intelligence check or something. What is most of the artificer stuff? Is it intelligence?
Investigation? Yeah,
you can do that.
Intelligence.
You can do investigation.
Okay, 21.
21. He actually seems to be working pretty much as intended.
He's gonna
other than
pat
whatever
it on the
zapped
head,
him.
be like, "Poor guy, got a little bug. Needs a nice dose of hot soup," and he'll just walk on. So Thraskin, how long you been a pirate?
Oh, you're talking to me again? I'm a pirate? Oh, very well. Today, just now? Right now. You told me pirate. I'm a pirate. You told me I'm a pirate. That's what I am.
Oh yeah, Scorblord has been a pirate for a long time. One of the best pirates this side of the sector.
Oh, indeed. Sectors. Very nice.
Falling on hard times lately though. Hoping I can earn my way back onto this ship. Captain seems like a good guy.
Do you need me to get you a bed of pillows?
What's that? Now let's find what we're here for. It's this black thing. He holds up the little indicator. What did he give us the thing with the stuff we're looking
he
for?
gave that to you.
He holds up. We need this goo.
Unremarkable stuff like these metal briefcases. Looks like some research equipment. It looks valuable, as far as something this this IJC, this junker company would want, and then this weird black blob that's just kind of like a little black amoeboid floating around.
Okay. All right. So what are we seeing here? Sorry, kind of jumped into.
No, you're okay. So as you walk in, you see a hallway. On your left, you see kind of this mesh door. It looks like it's just kind of a garbage collection zone. Nothing too remarkable that way. And then to your right, you see another airlock. You do notice that there is like stuff from the ship itself broken off, like pillars, different pieces of the ship kind of deteriorating up ahead of you at the end of the hall. Just looks like this place is kind of been through it.
Just so you know, Sam, Thraskin's intelligence is -1.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He real stupid. He's a dumb bug man.
Does it look like there's anything valuable in the garbage, or is it like literally like refuse, or is it like is there e-waste in there?
You can walk over to this fence area, and it just looks like refuse, and it looks like it's been there for a while. Not like years, but you can smell like some rancid food and those sorts of things. So maybe weeks or months that stuff's been just piling up.
Okay. Yeah, if there was maybe some fancy new stuff to tinker with, he might be interested. But all right, I guess we just keep going down.
Thraskin's literally just stumbling around, jiggling his tauntaun.
You wanted to say that so bad.
Jiggling the little jigglers, the little jangles on his tauntaun, occasionally thumping it with his finger. Boom, jingle, jingle, jingle.
Why does it have to be so erotic?
I never intended anything erotic by what I just said.
It's just natural.
Just Thraskin is just following along, fascinated by the little machine, and he keeps thinking, is it for love or for blood?
Okay, so I say we go through this door on the Rizite and proceed on deeper into this place. We got to find our target.
Okay, your little companion droid walks up to the door first and pokes at the keypad, and the airlock opens.
Chairs look so comfy.
I know, right?
They're like the Men in Black chairs when Will Smith drags the table across the room. Sorry.
As you open the door to your right, you see a large, what looks like some sort of recreation room as part of this Mindful Miner research station. And as you look a little closer, there's no lights on in this room. You just see the faint blinking red light of the evacuation protocol. Unfortunately, as you look down towards the ground, you see some bodies strewn about. They're wearing these hazmat evacuation suits, but you don't see any movement in the room.
Okay, I would like to... So, is it dark? We need, dark vision to see into it?
It's pretty dark. You can see, but it's like a strobe effect with this red flashing light. It's a little spooky. You would need dark vision to see clearly.
I have dark vision.
I'm
Okay.
going to activate my goggles of night so that I have dark vision and swap to those as my artificer thing.
As soon as the door opens and the strobing lights and Thraskin sees the bodies, he immediately quiets all of his instruments. He gets his shield up, his core staff out, and using his chameleon carapace, all of his exoskeleton begins to blend in with the surroundings, matching the color and texture of everything around him, and he slinks up against the door frame, peering into the room while becoming one with the door frame, basically. And so he'll have advantage on stealth check.
Awesome. Okay.
Gorblorb's just slowly entering the room.
So Scorblorb, as you activate your dark vision, and Thraskin, is it Thraskin? Thraskin the Chase. As you kind of meld into this wall, chameleon style, and look in, you see a pretty gruesome scene. You see these bodies are missing limbs. Some of the bodies are missing legs or one leg. Some are missing arms. Some are missing heads. There's There's kind of a thin layer of blood across this entire room. It's like a 40 by 20 recreation room. There were TVs and comfy chairs and ping pong tables and things in this area. And you don't see anything else.
Better safe than sorry. And I'm going to actually deactivate my goggles of light and turn on my lantern of revealing.
Okay.
So I flick on this little thing on the side of my visor, and it shines out this like scanning light. It's got like a holographic scan effect as it goes back and forth. And so for 6 hours, bright light in 30-foot radius, dim light 30 feet additional. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light. You can use an action to lower the hood and reduce the distance. But I've got a 30-foot radius emanating off of me, and if there's anything invisible within 30 feet of me, then it should be revealed.
Okay. I think that would give Scorblorb a little bit of peace of mind as he activates this lantern and does not see anything invisible, anything hiding, anything lurking in this room.
Oh, good. Okay. So he'll creep his way into the room and inspect the first corpse.
The Thraskin moves very stealthily and quietly into the room and against the wall, and he's still just texture, color, everything, just mimicking everything around him.
Scorblorb, give me a investigation check, and we'll just do it for this whole room.
Okay. 19.
Oh, 19. Okay, so as you approach this first mangled body, it's in this yellow hazmat evacuation suit. It looks like some sort of humanoid creature. The face is actually mangled as well, but you do notice that it has a little transponder on its chest. It's got a little button on it. It's got a play button and a record button.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick it up and play it.
As you pick it up and play it, you hear a message that this creature left on its transponder.
What the fuck is going on? Evacuation for what? Please send this message to my family. Please. If you find this, please.
And then it cuts off.
Oh, no. Oh. I was waiting for the message to send to his family. Poor sap. Wonder what happened here.
You go over and you approach another button. You spot another transponder.
Oh, yeah, I'll play this next one.
Oh my god! What the fuck is that? No!
Oh, this looks fun. And he starts running around the room looking for another body with the transponder.
Okay. As you go over to, there's one over on the right of the room approach.
Oh, Thraskin runs up to it and clicks it.
As you click this one, it says,
I knew I should have never taken this job. Mindful miners my ass. What were they doing on level 3? Whoever finds this message...
Man.
Blood, 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 blood. And he sticks his quarterstaff, jabs it into the chest of this dead thing.
Scoreboard's starting to get a little freaked out. He's like, this is a kind of a messed up scene. Come on, let's just get the stuff and get out of here. This place is giving me the willies.
Oh, we're supposed to get stuff? What stuff?
This stuff. He pulls it up again, totally unfazed by the delay. Come on, let's go through here. He goes to this door on the left here.
okay. You can open that door. As you enter this room, you see a long, skinny hallway in front of you. It goes on a little bit past what you can see, even with your dark vision, maybe about 100 feet or so. The first thing that you see is a door to your right, and you see garbage piled up in this room, but it looks different than the other area. It looks like you're not quite sure. It's kind of this mechanical looking area. You can see through this partially slatted glass door.
Okay.
And then you see some bodies in front of you, similar to the bodies that you saw back in the previous rec room. Looks like people that did not make it out of the station.
Mr. Thraskin, you want to go check out those bodies, see if they got any more recording? I'm going to see if there's any good stuff in here. And Squirble will see if he can figure out how to open this door.
Yes, but spare me a moment. He's a weird dude. At this
Get
point,
weird with it.
Thraskin sits down cross-legged. And in front of him, he starts weaving magic. What starts as just a small puck, eventually turns into what looks like a wooden crooked handle. And ultimately, that crooked handle comes up and has some things floating out on the sides. And by the time he is through weaving this magic in the air in front of him, he has created, out of nothing, a great axe.
Ooh, okay.
And at that point, he casts some additional magic on it, and he animates the great axe. The great axe is now a dancing item
Ooh.
that has 60 HP,
Oh my
has
god.
30 feet of movement or 30 feet of flying. It has an AC of 16. It makes a melee
You've got a
weapon
little
attack.
companion axe.
Yup.
Axe companion.
And it is allowed to attack as a bonus action on my turn. If I do not use a bonus action to have it attack on my turn, then it takes the dodge action
Oh, nice.
as a +7 to hit. And it's a 1d10 +4 damage.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
could have made a fucking vase. So at that point, Thraskin pats the axe on the blade and he begins moving towards this creature, and he clicks the button.
Okay, tell me what you're doing, Scoreblorb.
I'm seeing if I can get this door open.
Okay. Yeah, you could push it open.
Okay.
As you step in, you see a small square room piled high with trash. You do see a few items that might look interesting to you. Over in the far corner of the room, opposite of you.
Do I have to like crawl over trash to get to it?
Yep.
So he's going to press a little button on his like thumb, like under his thumb, and activate a jetpack and actually fly over to that corner. Do a little jetpack fly hop into that corner. Mechanically, it's
Okay.
winged boots.
What about Scrap? Is he
I'm
kind
gonna
of
leave
following
Scrap
you?
behind. No. I'm gonna say, stay here, buddy, and I'm gonna just across. He's just inside.
Thraskin, as you approach this body and you see another transponder and you press this one and it says,
Reaction. Feeling. Control.
and it cuts out. Scoreblorb, as you jet over to the other side of the room, this door behind you slams
Oh, no.
closed and sparks, and a control panel lights up near the room behind you, seemingly on its own, and the wall begins to start closing in as it appears that you are inside of a trash compactor on the space station.
Oh gosh.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, all right. Whoever's like, classic.
18.
All right, I got a 10.
Okay. So Thraskin gets the first initiative. You hear a door slam behind you.
Oh, he whips around and scurries over to the door he heard.
Yep, you can get all the way there. You were about 20 feet away. The door is locked.
Okay, does Thraskin see any keypad or anything?
You do not see a keypad from the outside.
Thraskin is annoyed. And he does that thing where he bends way down and he stares at the door handle, door lock area, and he just goes. And at that point, he just reaches his quarterstaff up and he knocks the door, and he casts knock in the moment.
Oh, okay. What does knock do?
Target that is held shut by a mundane lock or that is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred.
Absolutely perfect. So you do that, and the door just opens up for you.
Thraskin sticks his head in.
Scoreblorb, like, just now notices that the walls are trying to close in and, like, the door is closed and reopened, and he's got, like, a little piston. He's like, I found a new part for Scrap. And he's like, and he flies back across the room and says, "Come on, Scrap." Scrap's already run out of the room. He doesn't want anything to do with this nonsense.
Huh.
Freaking knock. That was so good.
You make it out easily, and you see behind you, you see the walls starting to compact in and crush this trash into a little square for safe disposal. But you did manage to grab an item. So, Sam, roll me a D100.
Ooh. Okay.
While he's doing that, Thraskin's looking at Gorblorb, and he's looking in the room, and he goes, "You're into that kinky stuff, aren't you?"
Just trying to some good stuff. Check this out. And he rolled an 82.
82. Okay. This is a weird item. Wow, this is... Okay, you found a potion. You found what's called a filter of love.
Oh, no.
Philter of love.
Does Thraskin know what it is?
Yeah, y'all both give me an Arcana check.
Oh my god. Oh, mine's a 10.
18.
Thraskin, you see inside this potion, the potion's rose-hued effervescent liquid contains one giant heart-shaped bubble.
That's hilarious.
You would know that a filter of love is essentially a D&D roofie. If someone drinks this filter of love, the next time they see a creature within 10 minutes of drinking this filter, the first creature they see, they become charmed by that creature for up to 1 hour.
Thraskin's eyes get as big as they can possibly get. They're already enormous, and somehow they get even
Gorblor's
larger.
Jiggling this bottle, he's like, "See, it's some sort of a poison or a charging restorative fluid stuff."
And Thraskin slams himself into the wall, and he's like, "No, not that. Anything but that."
Well, all right, you don't have to drink it. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it on you. He tucks it into his little vest pocket and sips it up.
Last I saw a bottle of that vile concoction was the night, and he tips his chin to the air, was the night I received this, and he motions to the giant gashing scar across his throat.
Scorpion was like, "Oh, so it's a really good one. All right, I'll keep that safe."
What is happening?
And
Poor
he takes the
Taylor.
little
I'm
piss
sorry.
out. Scrap has been walking kind of cattywampus this whole time. You thought it was just kind of like how he's supposed to walk. And he takes out a little tool and he pops out a piston, and he pops this new piston in and like cranks it a couple times. And Scrap kind of hops around like the Boston Dynamics robot in a little circle.
Oh my.
And he pets him on the head. He says, see, all better.
One of Thraskin's secondary arms kind of starts scratching across his chest, and once again, he's just, for blood or for love? As he's looking at Scrap.
Gorbler just smiles at Scrap.
Then Thraskin just continues to skitter along behind Lord, jingling his tauntaun.
Tauntaun Jingler.
Yeah. As you guys make it about halfway down this hallway, you hear the noise that can only be described as like a CVT television turning on behind you.
That's creepy.
Cathode ray tube. That hurts my whole brain that I know what that sounds like.
We're old. As you hear this strange sound behind you, what's your reaction?
Scorblord just immediately pulls his pistols and turns around and points it back down the hallway.
As you turn around, you see dropping down from the ceiling a giant spider. It's got a solid white body covered in blue markings, and it zips into being right in front of you. And as you flip around, another one, the way that you were heading, appears, and there's one on either side of you guys in the skinny hallway.
Scoreboard points one of his pistols at both of them, like the Spider-Man meme. He's looking back and forth. He says, "Thraskin, it's time for blood."
Blood.
And I need everybody to roll initiative again.
All right, got a 10 again.
Does Scrap roll his
14.
own, or is he on yours?
He's just on mine. You don't even need to put him on the initiative tracker.
Okay.
Same thing with my axe.
Okay. Got a 10 and a 15 for them. So the one behind you rolled a 10. Your mod is probably higher. So it's going to go last. So it plops down off the ceiling and raises its mandibles and front legs towards you and makes a little hissing noise. And then you see another one behind you, but as you flipped around, this one behind you ended up getting the jump on you guys, and it is going to go first. So this spider is going to skitter towards you and try to take a bite attack at you.
The one in the back.
The one in front of you guys.
Oh, okay.
It materialized out of thin air as you spun around to see the one behind you that dropped down from the ceiling. It rolled a 17 to hit.
I'm a 17. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Is this like a surprise round or just
It rolled first in initiative.
Okay. My little thing is called a Steel Defender. So Scrap will use his reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, nice.
It's a melee attack, right? He had to run up to us?
He did.
Okay, yeah.
He rolled the exact same thing. He rolled a 17 again.
Oh, alright, that's it.
So it'll take a bite attack at you.
Okay.
And it does 9 damage to you, but I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I am going to use my reaction to activate my Flash of Genius. Can I do this after, or do I have to use it first? Hold on. When you makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to it. Okay, so I'm gonna add +5 to this. You said con?
Con.
So I'm gonna
It's
roll
pretty
it,
easy
then add
check,
+5.
but it is important.
I only got a 10, but then +5 is a 15.
All right, so you save. So you are going to take a little bit more damage. You're going to take some poison damage, but it's going to be halved.
Okay.
So it was 12, half down to 6 poison damage.
Okay, not too bad.
And then as a bonus action, this thing is going to blink out of existence.
God damn it. Well, hold on though.
Okay.
I still have my lantern turned on. Let me see here. It says invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the lantern's bright light.
Okay. Go ahead. So as you have this lantern hanging from you, you kind of poke it twice and notice that you don't see anything. Go ahead and give me a check. For these guys, give me... what kind of check would that be, you think?
Probably perception if I'm trying to like find them. Or you want me to like do
What do you know about these guys? Yeah, do an Arcana check.
Either nature or Arcana, depending on if they're magical or animals.
Let me check what they're classified as, actually.
Yeah, if they're like monstrosities, one I always forget about is you can do like survival. It's kind of a dungeoneering sort of thing. Dungeoneering's not a thing anymore, but
they're monstrosities.
Okay, that'd probably be an Arcana. My modifiers were the same. I don't know why I walked through all that. It's a 19.
Okay, so with the 19, you know that these things, and you've probably dealt with them before, these things are phase spiders. So it did not go invisible. It used an ability called an ethereal jaunt, and it shifted to the ethereal plane. So it is not here on the ship.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So your lantern does not reveal this thing's position.
Scorbull will shout it out and be like, fucking phase spiders. These things are a pain in the ass trying to get them hemmed down. Just smack them when they're here.
All right, so next up in initiative is Thraskin the Chase. And this spider is behind you, where you came from down the hallway.
Okay, so I almost took something that would prevent like phase shifting and stuff. I was like, no, I bet that's going to be like an element, so I intentionally did not take that spell. I think it'd be cool for a long campaign, though.
Too nice.
Thraskin skitters down to meet his exoskeleton cousin and he runs up to it, and he brandishes his big quarterstaff, and he uses Booming Blade.
Okay.
So, with using Booming Blade, he is going to whack the spider with his stick. So that will be a 9 to hit.
A 9 will miss.
Okay, and so he'll be like, "Whoa!" And then he'll telekinetically use his dancing item, the axe, to swing at the creature.
Okay.
And so that'll be an 11 to hit.
Ooh, that also misses. This thing dodges out of the way.
Thraskin goes, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. And next up is Scorblorb.
Okay. So Scorblorb is going to head towards the other one, towards where they're at.
Okay.
Alright, so he's just gonna run about 15 feet over here. And then he can move, and he does the same thing. He takes the dodge action unless I use one of my things. Oh, but I can send him all the way. Yeah, so I'm going to send Scrap all the way up, and then I'm going to shoot twice. He says, "It's time to introduce you to my little friends here, ETHL and LU-C, but you can call them Lucy and Ethel." And I'm going to take 2 shots with Ethel.
Okay.
19.
Oh my, Lucy and
Oh, that
Ethel.
hits. I love it.
So that's 10 damage from the first shot.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, and then the second was like a 28, so that's definitely going to be a hit.
That's a hit.
And then, 8 damage on that one. And then I'm going to use my bonus action. Oh, actually, I'm going to activate one of my Arcane Jolts, which lets me do either 2d6 damage when I hit with a magic weapon, or I can do 2d6 healing. So I'm actually going to do 2d6 healing to myself. So that's 7 HP back.
Damn, I didn't know you took that much damage. Oh, I guess you did.
Yeah, I took a lot more than that. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to have my Steel Defender attack. So his is a +9. I'm just going to roll it straight because it's kind of weird in here. Ooh. 15 + 9 is a 24.
That hits.
It does 1d8 + 4. Okay, that'll be 5 damage from him.
Ooh, okay. Y'all
All
fuck
right.
this thing up, and it is up next. So it is going to take a bite at Scrap, since Scrap is the last one who hit it. It only rolled a 10 to hit.
That does not hit Scrap. He's got a 15. He's got pretty good AC.
It is going to use its bonus action to blink out of existence and jump to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Next up is the original spider that you saw. And it is going to come up behind you, Scorblorb, and blink back into existence with a crackle of light. And it's going to take another bite at you. And it rolled a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
4 regular
wait.
damage.
Oh, okay, he's not next to Scrap. So. All right,
And then go ahead and give me that Constitution saving throw as you feel poison start to pump into your...
I get 5 of these a day. I'm going to use another flash of genius to make sure that I save it.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, 20 plus another 5. That'll be a 25. I wish you could use the flash of genius afterwards, but you got to pre-state it.
Okay, so you take half of 10 poison damage, and you feel poison
Another
pump
5.
into you. Take another 5 damage.
Okay. Got it recorded.
And then this thing is going to blink out again with its bonus action. Disappear. But right about that time, you see crawling through the airlock door that you guys entered another one, and it's going to join our initiative. as we enter the top
Oh,
of
that
initiative.
sounds good.
So Thraskin and his trusty battle axe go skittering over to the spider. And once again, Thraskin uses the booming blade. And he tries to whack the spider with his quarterstaff. Whack! Oh, that's going to be a 10 to hit.
Oh, he misses again.
No.
Once again, Thraskin will command the axe to whack the spider. Oh, that'll be an 11 to hit.
He misses again.
And Thraskin's just shaking his tauntaun. Jingle, jingle, thump, thump. Jingle, jingle, thump, thump. Jingle, thump, jingle, thump. Jingle, jingle, thump, thump.
Okay, next up is Scoreblorb.
Okay, Scoreblorb will give a little whistle and be like, "Scrap, stick next to me." Thraskin hasn't been hit yet, right?
No, there's been no actual combat engaged between Thraskin and the spiders.
Poor Thraskin
Amazing.
just wants love and blood.
He's just playing his tauntaun, jangling his jangles.
Scoreblorb is going to go for 3 shots here. 2 with Ethel, 1 with Lucy. Ethel.
Okay,
Oh, that's 13 might be a hit.
that's a hit.
Okay. It's not
You were
even that
close,
high of
Thraskin.
AC. Poor
Oh
son.
no.
Alright, that's a 10.
10
Alright,
damage?
that's a hit. Yeah, 10 damage, and then
Okay.
11 damage. And then Lucy comes in. That's also a hit. And that one's going to be 7 damage.
Tell me
So
how you
just-
kill this thing.
He actually fires way more shots than the 3. He's just kind of like, and there's holes in all the wall behind it and everything. And it's
Thraskin's
just,
ducking.
yeah, but enough of them hit that this thing does get one like right to the head and kills it. Oof.
Hell yeah.
Scoreblorb.
Best pirate in the sector, and he spins his pistols, and he like almost drops one. He's like, ah!
Thraskin is just elated.
That was my action and bonus action.
The first spider that you saw that went last in initiative that took a whooping from Scoreblorb last turn, it jumped to the ethereal plane. You don't see it. You don't know where it is. It may not have come back, or it may be in a totally different location. And then we're going to come all the way back around, and the one that was at the end of the hallway is going to rematerialize back into this plane right behind Thraskin and take a bite at him. And he got a 17. Does a 17 hit?
That's a miss.
All right. And he will blink out of existence with his bonus action. Thraskin, you are up, but there are no spiders in this hallway. And not just invisible or anything. They're just not here.
Thraskin turns around and he reaches back with one of his spare arms. He pulls the bladder of his Zulkun around, and he starts playing a dirge as he skitters over to old Scoreblorb there. And when he gets to Scoreblorb, he reaches out with one of his many arms, and he casts Cure Wounds at level 1.
Ooh, thank you.
So that'll be 19 HPs.
That'll put me all the way up.
Yeah.
Just barely by 1.
He's just playing his Zulkun, and he's going, ah, the blood, the blood, the blood, blood, blood!
And we're going to end initiative mode as you do not see these guys coming back at the moment.
Any more left? And he's looking back and forth. These guys' pistols. He's like, I guess we scared him off.
Thraskin is just like dancing, playing his instruments, hippity hoppity, and back to this body, and he pushes the button on the transponder on the body again.
Okay, it goes again.
Rats, fear, control. Yes. And Thraskin just skitters down the hallway, excited to have more blood.
Yeah, Scorbler will kind of run to keep up on his tiny little stump legs.
As you make it to the end of the hallway, you see this platform of some sort of escalator system, but it is locked in the up position. You can kind of look around, see what you can find.
Like it's all the way up to another floor above us.
It's up, yep. And you also see another airlock door to your
Another
right.
door on the right. I'd like to check the door first before we go to a different floor.
Okay. If you approach this door, you can try and open it.
Okay, yeah, I would like to do so.
Okay, it opens right up.
Beautiful.
As this next door opens, you see a speeder bay with 2 speeders. They look like escape pods, and then you see a large airlock door that you can only assume goes out to space. But that is not the most interesting thing you see. Immediately to your right, you see a malfunctioning computer system. And you see this massive, about 3-inch diameter electrical cable that has stuck through the gut of someone in an astronaut suit and is sticking out of the back, and it's holding them suspended, seemingly dead, standing in front of this control panel as the sparks continue to zap out of the back of this cable.
No.
Thraskin is elated.
Scorblorb does like the equivalent of like a Hail Mary. Whatever blorbs do when they do that, or florbs rather. I named Scorblorb's race Florbs.
Oh, I love that.
Thraskin casts Vicious Mockery on the astronaut.
Nothing happens, and he fears that he's fully dead. What do you say?
Oh, you died, you stupid blood.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Scorblorb's starting to get a little freaked out by his companion. He's like, let's see what's going on with this thing. He's gonna go over, he's gonna try to pull the astronaut off the cable so he can look at this thing.
Okay, as you do that, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw as the cord kind of like it moves towards you like a snake. You're not sure if it's the way you jostled him or if it's something going on with the cord itself.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that damn thing tried to bite me. 17.
Okay, that's a save. You don't take any damage as the body just sloughs off of the cord onto the ground, and the cord just kind of hangs lifeless besides a occasional jolt motion.
Yeah, I'd like to pull out my all-purpose tool and, well, I guess I need to kind of give it a look-see at first before I start messing with it, but I want to see if there's anything I can do to disable this thing. Like, cut the power is step 1, and then see if I could fix it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me intelligence check or something. Is it tinkering or something for artificers?
So I've got like all sorts. I've got like tinker's tools
Gotcha.
that I'm proficient in. So it'd be the same as my investigation. So I'll just roll that.
Okay.
Intelligence plus, so 16.
A 16. As you do that, the cord jolts up like a snake, and it shocks you, and you take 6 lightning damage.
Son of a bitch!
6
I'll
lightning
take a step back from it. He kicks the cord.
It seems totally powered off now, and you see this body of this person, and he's in a different suit. This guy's in like an astronaut suit. He's got some more official-looking equipment. Yeah, he seems to be a little bit different than the original people that you found.
Scorblorb looks back at Thraskin. He's like, something weird's going on here. None of this it's not adding up. I don't know that there's much else we want to do in this room. Maybe see if... Is there anything you want to do in here, Seth?
No.
Okay.
No. Thraskin is highly amused by the dead guy who hurt Scorblorb.
Lots of multiple blood scenarios for him to enjoy there.
Yes.
Scorblorb will see if he can go and fix the elevator.
Okay, you can give me some sort of check to try and operate the elevator.
28 for a tinker tool check.
Damn, 28. Okay, so what happens is the panel lights up and says,
Level 2 access required. Access card required. Access overridden.
And it lights up, and you did something with your tinkering tools. You basically like hacked into this thing, and the escalator platform lowers down, and you guys are able to use it.
Oh, nice.
He flips his little all-purpose tool like a gun and sticks it in his pocket like a holster.
Thraskin just jingles Tauntaun.
Jingles his tauntaun.
Jingles is Tauntaun.
He doesn't even know why he's here.
He doesn't even know why he's here.
All right, as you guys go up this escalator up to level 2, you see what seems to be the ship's engine control room, or the station's engine control room, I should say.
Lord was in heaven.
You see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 massive engines stacked up on top of each other that are used to maneuver this thing, connected to a massive NASA moon landing style control board with 4, 5, 6 different these large electrical cables coming out of it, connected to the engines. Behind that, you see what appears to be some sort of massive server, but you see the body of another one of these astronauts sitting in a chair in front of the control panel.
Hey, buddy. We're gonna have to get you out of here. The ILJF wants some stuff, so just stay out of our way. We won't have any problems. What's the acronym for the actual people?
The IJC.
Ooh, I was really close.
Yeah. The Intergalactic Junker Co.
Can Thraskin tell if this guy's alive or dead?
He does not respond to Scoreboard, but he continues sitting in his chair. He's got one hand up on the control panel.
Thraskin just sprints up to him and does his lean down stare thing right into the mask, kind of with tilting his head back and forth like a creepy alien bug.
As you get super close to the mask, you can see inside, and you see a gruesome scene. You see 2 bloody eye sockets and a mouth black with some sort of thick sludge. It appears to just be hanging open as all 3 orifices on this thing's face behind this screen have been removed, and the engineer is definitely dead.
I just realized we didn't really investigate the other guys' bodies for how they died. They could have been like this on all of them.
Thraskin doesn't really grin because he has an exoskeleton and mandibular face hole. But
I love it.
He kind of grins and cocks his head and leans towards Scorblorb, and he goes, not speaking in Thrycreen, he telepathically says, "Why couldn't the astronaut put the helmet on her head?"
Because she dead?
Because she didn't have enough space.
Gorblorb is it takes him a long time to get this one. You know the sloth from Zootopia?
Mm-hmm.
That slowly gets the joke? Scorblorb is that guy in this moment. I won't make y'all endure it, but it's going to be a few minutes before he really reacts.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. So yeah, Thraskin is fascinated, so he pulls the helmet off.
Oh no. Don't pull the helmet
As you
off.
pull the helmet off, you see the room itself come to life. The control panel lights up, the server behind you starts whirring to life, and 4 of these thick electrical cables that are scattered about the room stand up on their ends like cobras. 2 of them instantly wrap around the shoulders of the dead engineer and extend down the arms, sparking out like large electrical whips. And the other 2 cables wrap around the body, the lower torso, and lift the engineer up off the ground like some sort of sick Doc Ock creature. And we need to roll initiative again.
That's really good.
And we're going to call it there for tonight. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed it, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/lootdummies. And get ready for part 2 next Tuesday at midnight on your favorite podcast app. Thanks.